What's going on, everybody? This is Ryan A. Polk, and welcome to the wrap up. And today I'm going to review the movie Alice, which stars Keke Palmer and Common, who I believe they serve as the producers or executive producers of this movie. And this movie, you got Keke Palmer, who is a slave, and when she escapes from the plantation that she lives on, she comes across Common, who is a truck driver. Then comes to later find out that it is not the slavery time, that it is the year 1973, when slaves are are free, of course, and she's trying to discover on who she is. And you want to know something? I really did want to see this movie when I saw the trailer. It looked like it was a good movie. And you want to know something else? I mean, it was. It really was a good movie. It kind of almost reminded me of Antebellum in a way, but and normally I feel like that's kind of like a spoiler almost, but the trailer obviously explains it. And if you've never seen Antebellum, then a little bit of a spoiler alert for you right there. But anyway, yes. So this movie is this movie I would have to say is one of the good movies of 2022. And you want to know something, man? This movie I don't think is getting enough popularity as it should. It definitely deserves a lot more popularity. I mean, is it good enough to where some Oscars should have been given out? Nah. Well, you know what? I almost want to say, well, maybe a Golden Globe, but an Oscar, nah, only because I don't think it was Oscar, I don't think it was Oscar worthy. I mean, I almost want to say it is, but it's not. But I will say this: Keke Palmer did act her ass off in this movie, and Common did a good job too as well. And this movie, man, it was one of those movies where it wasn't it wasn't too long, and it fit its right time. That's a little bit of a little. Here I don't spoil nothing because that's not what I do. But a little bit of a tad bit spoiler right there. The movie is not too long, and when I saw the movie, I'm like, okay, it did end. I mean, the only thing I would have to say that I didn't really like about the movie was how the way it had ended. Like, I was curious to know what was going to happen, but I'm not going to spoil that ending because that's for you guys to see if you haven't seen it. But if you have seen it, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But the acting was good, storyline was good. It was just such an amazing movie. I mean, aside from Common and Keke Palmer and I believe the person who had played the owner of the owner of the plantation, there wasn't really too many faces I had really recognized from other movies. And this movie though, it has like if you're a fan of, I would say, movies where it's dealing with like, okay, like history in itself, well, history and stuff like that. And well, is it really history? Not so much, but like, if you're one of those movies where like, okay, they're going back in time to, like the movie is a setting back in like the 70s, something like that, then I think you will like it. Or if you're a fan of, or even if you're a fan of movies like this, where it involves slavery, and then the slaveries, man, they be like they're like badass and every the slaves are like badass and everything in this movie, then I think you will like it. And this movie, Alice, it's really that's really really much I really got much to really say about it. It was a good movie. It was a good storyline. The acting was good. I think the people that they picked for this movie, they did pick the right people, and it's probably one of my. I think it's probably one. Well, I ain't gonna say it's probably. It is one of my favorite movies that have Keke Palmer in it. Keke Palmer's a good actress, and Common, he's a good actor too. These were definitely good choices, and The relationship that Common and Kiki had in the movie was just phenomenal. They had such a good chemistry, and and yeah. But could a sequel be made? No, I don't think a sequel could be made. But no, man, it is. It is good. And like I said, it definitely should have gained some more popularity because it's definitely kind of almost. It definitely is in that category of what you would call as an underrated movie. So, for the movie Alice, out of 5 stars, I give I give Alice three. I give it 3.5 out of 5. No, actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? No, I would give it. I would, actually, no. Okay, I'll stick it at 3.5 only because I didn't like how the way it really ended. So 3.5 stars for Alice, and for its grade, I give Alice a B. Definitely, well, a B plus. Give it a B plus because just such a good movie. Almost just want to just get up and go see it again. And then, which brings down to this: should you wait for it to go to the red box or go see it? Now I know it's only playing in some theaters. It looks like, at least here in my city it is. But yes, if it is playing in your city, go check it out. Don't wait for it to go to the red box. Go check this movie out because I think you will like it. And the movie, the movie is very entertaining. It's a very entertaining movie from start to finish, especially when you're finding out the story about Alice and her family and everything. Just yeah, very interesting. So, and which brings me down to this conclusion. Want to thank you guys for tuning in to checking out this review of the wrap up with me, Ryan A. Polk. If you like this video, hit like. Feel free to comment below on what you thought about the review, or if you've seen the movie, feel free to comment below on what you thought about the movie. And if you want to see more reviews from me, you hit that subscribe button to see some more reviews from me.